Hi everyone, and welcome back to My Dad and Liam. I'm Liam.
And I'm the dad, Arthur. We're son and father duo from London who have called the beautiful chaos of Indonesia our second home for the last 20 years.
A massive thank you to our founder, Aisha, for making all of this happen. If this is your first time joining us, we'd be so grateful if you could take a moment to subscribe, like, comment, and share. It really helps our small channel grow.
Just a small note before we begin. Everything we discuss here is purely our personal opinion, based on our own experiences. We sincerely apologize for any inaccuracies, mistakes, or if we accidentally say something that causes offense. That is never our intention.
Exactly. You might also notice that there's no video and no pictures of us, just a yellow and black vintage television. That's on purpose. We feel it's a more comfortable and personal way to just talk and listen, without any distractions. For our international friends, subtitles are available. Click CC to select your language. So, grab a cup of tea or coffee, and let's get into it.
All right, Dad, I've got one for you. A bit of a riddle to get the old cogs turning.
Oh, here we go. Go on then, let's have it. Not one of those dreadful internet things that ends in a terrible pun, I hope.
No, nothing like that. Right, listen carefully. What is something that can bring you a plate of hot food for no reason at all, but will also tell you in great detail that you've trimmed your rose bushes all wrong? They will also know what time you got home last night, but will be the first person at your door if you're in any trouble. What is it?
Oof. That sounds suspiciously like your mom.
A very good guess, but no. Here's the final clue. They can turn a simple power cut into an impromptu street party.
Ah. Now I've got it. You're talking about a neighbor. A proper Indonesian neighbor, specifically here in Bandung.
Exactly. And it got me thinking about how incredibly different the entire concept of the person who lives next door is here compared to life back in London.
Different is the understatement of the century, lad. It's a completely different philosophy of living. Take this morning, for example. We had a power cut on our street for about an hour. A bit of a nuisance then. You'd think so. Back in London, a power cut means silence and the quiet grumbling of a nation deprived of its tea. Here, it was practically a street party. Within 5 minutes, half the neighborhood was out. Pakeri, from number 12, was trying to inspect the local transformer with a worrying amount of confidence. Ibuwati, from across the road, brought out fried bananas for everyone. It was magnificent chaos.
Oh, of course she did.
It's all down to that concept you're always telling me about, Gotong Royong.
Mutual assistance, community spirit, the idea that burdens are shared. In the West, the default is primacy. Here, the default is community.
And your business is their business.
That too, but the intention is almost always one of care.
Oh, I know that now. But it was a severe culture shock. In our old neighborhood in London, I knew the names of precisely 2 neighbors over 20 years. We'd exchange a polite nod over the garden fence. The thought of a neighbor just popping over unannounced is enough to give a British person a mild panic attack.
Whereas here, it's just Tuesday.
Precisely. And the food, the sheer amount of food that gets shared. I remember a neighbor just appeared at our door with a plate of hot sarabi. I was utterly baffled. I actually tried to offer her money.
Oh, Dad, you didn't.
I did. She just laughed and walked away. And it's not just food. It's life events, and then there's the Siscum Ling, the neighborhood watch. Can you imagine asking your neighbors in London to give up a night's sleep to patrol the street? They think you'd gone mad.
It's a different social contract, which also means much less privacy. Your neighbor will genuinely ask you, with the best of intentions, "Oh, you're not married yet? Why not?"
Speaking of which, you're not married yet, lad. Why not, eh?
Oh, Dad, you walked right into that one, didn't you? Let's just say I'm looking for someone with a very specific set of skills.
Oh, and what might those be?
She'd have to be able to handle your peculiar sense of humor and make a Sunday roast as well as Mom does. It's an impossibly high standard.
Huh? A wise answer, son. A very wise answer. All right, a quick message for all of you listening out there. You heard him. This lad, my son, the CEO, the founder and CEO of his own company, no less, isn't married yet. He's a good boy, but a bit clueless when it comes to this sort of thing. So do an old man a favor, pop down to the comments section and let me know. What sort of woman do you think would be a good match for him?
Oh my God, Dad, you can't be serious. You're trying to find me a date via the podcast comments section? This has to be a new low.
Just gathering data, market research. We're a global channel, after all. Need global opinions. Now, where were we? Ah yes, Nosy Neighbours. Don't remind me. Pak Booty next door spent a solid 20 minutes giving me unsolicited advice on how I was trimming my rose bushes incorrectly.
Oh, he was just trying to help, Dad.
I know. But my British soul was screaming, mind your own bloomin' roses.
So after all this time, the chaos, the kindness, the unsolicited gardening advice, what's your final analysis?
I've come to think of it like this. In the West, you have freedom from your neighbors, the right to be left alone. A freedom that can be a bit lonely. Here in Bandung, you have security with your neighbors. The security of knowing that if your power goes out, someone will bring you a candle. If you're sick, someone will bring you soup. You trade a bit of that Western privacy for a profound sense of belonging.
And that's all the time we have for today. We hope that gave you a little taste of life in Indonesia. We're always looking for new ideas for what to talk about next.
That's right, so please leave us a comment below. What topics about Indonesia would you like to hear us discuss next? Culture, food, daily life, funny stories? Let us know.
Thanks so much for listening to My Dad and Liam. We'll talk to you next time.